Welcome to Nasdaq TradeTalks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. Joining me for this segment, we have Nick Frasse, Associate Product Manager at VanEck, to discuss crypto performance and the impact to the attractiveness and potential performance of a diversified ETF in the space. Nick, it's great to have you with us. Welcome to Trade Talks.
Thanks for having me.
You got it. And considering the recent performance of cryptocurrencies and related public companies, how does this impact the attractiveness and potential performance of a diversified ETF like ticker symbol DAPP in the current economic environment?
Yeah, sure. So DAPP has had strong performance year to date, which has been a real tailwind for investor sentiment. The asset class as a whole has struggled the last few years so dramatically that this shift in performance has been a positive story moving forward for a sector that we believe is a real long-term structural trend many investors should be aware of. Even in the face of a high interest rates environment, the sector has been able to push through and provide a solid performance profile for investors.
In what ways does a diversified ETF like DAPP make sense from an inevitable standpoint, given the asset class as a whole?
We have always believed that one of the best ways to access the crypto space, especially for investors who may not be as in tune with the intricacies of the space, is a diversified portfolio of public companies operating in the sector. DAPP is able to capture everything from mining companies to DeFi and even the tech suppliers that are helping power the space as a whole.
So Nick, how does the ETF wrapper simplify access to the crypto market for traditional investors, and how does it compare to the complexities and technicalities of direct crypto investments?
Yeah, the crypto space can be very complex, right? Understanding exactly how to access it becomes overwhelming for a lot of investors who aren't as sophisticated in understanding all the nuances associated with it. Giving investors access to a diversified set of companies in an ETF wrapper makes the adoption that much more simple. Low barriers to entry, we believe, is going to be the key to further adoption of the space. And as most of you know, an ETF is a very simple way to invest that most people can comprehend.
And given the current market trends and investor sentiments, how has DAPP aligned with investors' growing interest in digital assets and their desire to incorporate them into a broader investment portfolio?
To go back to the points I made earlier, we believe DAPP gives investors access to a space that's a long-term structural trend. And although the last few years prior to 2023 have been a struggle performance-wise for crypto, it would appear that the current changes in regulation, as well as the continued outperformance year to date, we've turned a corner in the most recent, crypto winter. So VanEck has said that, and will continue to say that every investor should have some exposure to crypto. It should fit their risk tolerance, but a 0% allocation to the space, we believe, is a mistake by and large.
And finally, Nick, what other capabilities does VanEck have in the crypto space if investors are interested?
VanEck has over 10 exchange-traded products in Europe, along with 2 institutional products. And then we have 3 US-listed crypto ETFs, including DAPP DAPP.
All right, Nick, appreciate the insight. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.
Thanks.